Story of DBZ is so fucking stupid.
Well, let's think of just DBZ, how it progresses. Okay, so this guy shows up, and he says to Goku, "I'm your brother, and you're not actually a human. You're a monkey alien, and I'm gonna take your son, and we're gonna go fight."
All right, that's an interesting premise. Let's go with it.
And then there's a green guy who is an alien who apparently Goku was fighting with before, but none of us knew that because we didn't watch Dragon Ball. We watched Dragon Ball Z, so fuck that. So they're bad guys, but Piccolo's a good guy now, which is like, okay, well, we never knew him was a villain, so he's a good guy now. So they go and fight, but Piccolo uses something, so he kills both of them instead of just the bad guy. And also Gohan has superpowers that are revealed, and he's apparently even stronger than all of them combined when he's angry. All right, so Goku dies. But they can bring him back with the Dragon Balls. Alright, so they have to gather the Dragon Balls, but that's not the focus of the story. The focus of the story is him traveling across a gigantic 10,000-mile long road that's shaped like a snake, and it's floating above puffy clouds, which lead into hell. Except it's not hell. It's this weird paradise where all the souls are like globs of sperm, and they're watched over by these weird demons. So they're not really demons, they're just kind of these muscly douchebags. And they have these weird horns. And so Goku has to beat both of them in these stupid contests when he falls down there. He has to get back, and then he gets back up, and he has to start running again. Then there are these girls that want to seduce/eat him, so he has to beat up a giant snake. And then he goes past them, and then he has to train with basically God. Because it basically is God.
Listen, this is all well and good, but hi, I'm CEO here, and I just have a couple of questions. What demographic is this targeting exactly, sir?
12-year-old boys.
Okay, if we're targeting 12-year-old boys, where are the boobies?
Oh, well, see, the boobies, there are boobies. Like, there's this Princess Snake woman, but she's only in one episode. And then there's Goku's wife, Chi-Chi, except that she never flashes boobs, except that, in this part of the story. That was all when she was, like, 10, which was kind of creepy. But anyway, she never does that. Instead, she's just a bitch to everyone around her because she wants to go and fight the aliens, except she's not as strong as everybody. Mm-hmm. And she's kind of a bitch to her son too.
I see.
Then there's this girl Bulma, who basically provides most of the fan stories in the story, but more often than that, she's filling around with gadgets that don't end up doing anything.
And this is an English language program, yes?
Most of the nudity in the movie in the series is actually from the guys fighting each other, and they get their shirts ripped off.
I see. So the guys get the shirts ripped off, not the girls.
Yes. If you're interested in female nudity, we have this other series we're thinking of bringing over. It's called Tenchi Muyo.
Bringing over. So you mean to tell me this? What's the name of this again? This testicle balls?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Balls.
Actually, if you're interested in the 12-year-old demographic, the kids will be pronouncing it as Dragon Balls, so that'll be helpful.
Okay. Well, this is not an English language program.
No, we see what we do is we don't actually have to do any work except to get voice actors to dub over lines.
I see, and these can be had for cheap, yes?
Yes. Cheaper than making our own animation show. I mean, it's not cheap to hire voice actors and everything like that and to adapt the script and everything, but we don't have to do any of the animation except editing over stuff that we need to censor.
We would need to censor things.
Well, because, the Japanese are kind of weird, so sometimes they have stuff like, the word hell being shown and flashed on screen constantly and stuff like that. And they're all, we're thinking of, airing this, like, after school, and the characters are constantly killing each other.
I see, so there's a lot of death involved then. So this doesn't...
We had this, where instead of killing each other, they get sent to the next dimension.
The next dimension.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a good cover for that, I guess. We'd like to air this early Saturday mornings. So I mean, we're looking at the very religious 5 a.m. sort of crowd that's going to let their kids watch cartoons about 5 a.m. before they go to church. We are going to have to deal with the hell issue. Now, there's a lot of violence in this as well.
Oh yeah, it's a martial arts story, but they shoot lasers out of their hands.
I see. They shoot lasers out of their hands. How are the lasers shot exactly? It's just like it's a gun
with their key.
With
not
car
usually.
keys.
Usually, if there is a gun motion made with the hand, it's with the bad guy. Usually, they kind of like cup their hands and gather energy between them and then shoot it out.
So car keys aren't involved at all.
No.
Okay.
What? Why would there be car keys involved?
I'm just eternally confused as to how you shoot lasers out of keys.
Oh, yeah, that's another Asian thing.
Ah, it's an Asian thing, I see. So we could, oh, well, you know, that's actually pretty good if it's an Asian thing. We could apply for some government grants in that case.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Now, just a couple of other questions here. How long exactly is this?
Well, let's see. After that point, see, it takes about, I think it's about 30 episodes for all of that to happen. And that's only the first half of the first season, because then they have to do the same thing on another planet. And then there's another saga after that, and then another saga after that, and I think each one gets longer. So we're looking at somewhere around 400 episodes.
400 episodes? Oh well, that's doable. That's we could spread that out over decades. I mean, hell. Now we have to go back to budget here. All we really need to do is some censorship work, and well, we'd need to translate and rewrite the script, wouldn't we?
Yes.
That's gonna eat up most of our budget. How comfortable are you with, say, my cousin 5 times removed doing voiceover work?
I like that.
Well, does he have any prior experience?
He does not shit himself in the bed.
Okay, we'll have him voice Chaozu. Okay.
Okay, good. All right, excellent. So that we can save some serious money on the talent as well. That's excellent. Now, any specific skills the talent's gonna need? They don't need to pronounce any weird Japanese sort of language words.
Well, no
right?
Japanese stuff for the most part is very complicated, but the guy who's going to be playing the main hero and a few others will have to be able to say Kamehameha, which is a Hawaiian word, actually.
So they have to say Hawaiian words?
It's just the one.
Just the one Hawaiian word. Now, what was that again? It was
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
Yes, and usually when he does it, see, it's when he's charging up his main attack, and so he...
Wait, hang on. Charging up? He needs batteries?
No, he has to gather all of his energy.
He has to gather energy.
Yes.
Does he have like a nuclear generator or something? Is he like a robot?
I'm just going to show you an episode of the show.
I'm a very busy man. If you could just give me the Cliff Notes version of it.
Well, we could just show you the opening that we kind of thought up, and we have this really awesome rock music that has nothing to do with the show, but is nonetheless awesome. So
I'll check that out on my flight to Hawaii from the 15th time this week. But just another question: how comfortable are you with us censoring the phrase "come hair, may hair, come hair" or whatever that was?
Come here, Shindu. I have to.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So we'll just have to censor that. Maybe we could do something like, I don't know. Well, actually, I'm looking at this video right now. You're sending it over to me. One of the guys loses an arm.
Yeah, that's. Well, is that Piccolo or Tien? Is it the green guy or the guy with 3 eyes you're talking about?
That's a green guy, and he's spewing some sort of. Ooh, is that blood? Oh dear.
No, it's purple. It is his blood, but it's purple.
It's purple. Well, and the other guy, he gets shot right through the chest. That's so we can't show this to religious people. We're gonna have to edit this out.
Well, how's that going to work, though?
I imagine if we do some sort of dramatic cut, we'll have like a red overlay to indicate, oh no, he's hurt, and then we'll cut to another scene where the green guy has his arm again.
But he grows it back.
We'll just skip everything up until he grows it back.
So you don't want to show any of the part of him missing his arm until that point?
In fact, if we could avoid him missing his arm altogether, that would be fantastic.
I'm not sure if that's doable. He kind of spends 2 entire episodes missing that arm.
Oh, we could rewrite the script. Maybe we could just draw in a little stick arm or something.
Are you suggesting that at certain points we're going to need to basically omit entire episodes of this series?
If there's a lot of amputation in it, yes. We're not trying to run a fetish show.
I'm watching you, Shindu. Everyone burn!
But it's for 12-year-olds.
Well, we don't want to mentally damage these young religious 12-year-old boys that are going to be up at 5 a.m. just getting ready to go to Sunday church.
I was actually wondering about that. You want it to air when?
Sundays about 5 a.m. Right before, just so kids who are about to go to church can have something to watch, and then they can go off to church and be happy.
I don't normally play a pirate, but when I
Oh.
Perhaps we could air it on Saturdays too. That's a nice demographic to get at. Although that's a younger audience than 12. Usually it's the 5 to 10-year-old audience.
actually no, I got something.
Just out of curiosity, this incredibly racist black-faced guy. Can we color him blue instead?
What was that space bar?
I guess.
I have
Excellent.
Or we could just edit his lips.
Playing a pirate.
We could do that. That would be cheaper. Let's just edit his lips. Can you still make him sound like a moron, though? This is hilarious.
I can't really keep this up any longer.
I actually think this is a great just premise as a skit. Basically, just someone pitching a Japanese cartoon to an American localizer, and just the dialogue of how much gets altered.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine
Piece.
how Pokemon could have turned down the memes?
Well, Pokemon and One Piece would be two great ones. This was One Piece with the initial localization, just having so many things altered.
Chat room, I'm not talking about chat room. We're not talking about the Funimation dub that was done at that was aired at the 3 in the afternoon slot on Cartoon Network. I'm talking about the original dub.
Yeah,
that
the
was
Ocean dub.
the Ocean dub that was aired at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning on Sundays.
Sundays.
For me,
Right.
I saw it being aired at like 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, well, it was like
Saturdays.
around that time. I don't know. Fucking
it was before Saturday morning cartoons were on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, the
Yeah, it was
Ocean
like
dub.
it was Saturdays. It wasn't Sundays.
Just stay by that middle point.
Something like that.
I'll be there.
Because I remember watching Dragon Ball all the way, almost all the way through for their original run on some fucking Spanish network or something, but it was in English.
Wow.
But I remember watching that, and then they had Dragon Ball Z after that, after the Dragon Ball run was done, and it was god awful.